aggressively, making sure that they sort of feel like they're part of his government, I believe.
This is the real building bridges. This is the real building bridges on the ground, not just on paper. It is saying that the president, he's the president of the Republic of Kenya. And there might be a part of this country that did not vote for him, as is their right. However, when he took oath of office, he became the president for all. And so he is reaching out directly to Kenyans. I think this is in line with the philosophy of the president. It is the bottom up.
But some have argued this is a 2027 strategy as well.
But you see, everything in this country is political. We have to politicize everything. We have to politicize a president going to church to just pray. And then after praying, deciding to greet the faithfuls who came to pray alongside the president. There is absolutely nothing that stops the president from going to any particular part of this country. One, to pray, as he did go to pray. But also, number two, when you're stopped by other citizens and reaching directly to the masses. Because, as I said, it's in tandem with his philosophy that he's reaching directly to, the bottom up. The leaders might want to, but the leaders are at the top, and they did not want to come. But you can sense from the sentiments of the residents that they resonate with the things that he's saying. They see that, well, we had a fight, we lost, but you're now our president, and you've come to our region. We still hold you accountable, and we have to ask you questions. The things that I take a bit of issue with is his remarks, as have been said. For instance, when he starts saying, nitangalia barabara ya kutoka wapi hadi wapi, he goes back to the deputy president that we remember, who used to know all roads and corners in this country. When he says that, it now essentially removes him, and he starts becoming the prefect, who now starts to say, when he goes to the cabinet, he will start telling the Minister of Roads, there's a road somewhere in Homa Bay, please go and look at that. You, as a president, you have to slightly rise above that, slightly rise above it, and allow your CSS to now become your mtu wa mkono. We know he's a hands-on guy, but he now has to allow his CSS and other people to be his mtu wa mkono. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with the president going, greeting Kenyans, as he was doing. When Kenyans stopped him, he's the president. What is he supposed to do? But number two, we should actually laud this move, that it is in reaching out. We saw Rigathi Gachagua reaching out to Raila the other day, and everyone saying this is part of healing the nation. We are seeing the president himself going to Homa Bay County and reaching out to the masses. It is part of healing the nation. It is part of saying, let us come together. The election is behind us. Let us forge ahead. If in 2027, it so happens that he did such a good job that the residents of Homa Bay decide to vote for him, where is the problem? They're voting based on performance.
When the president, sort of extended that olive branch, to Azimio leader Raila Odinga, and also saying that he's going to take care of him and the former president Uhuru Kenyatta, is this sort of, a symbolic remark to ask the former prime minister to retire from politics?
It is. You see, part of good public speakers know their audience. Okay. If you're a good public speaker, you know your audience. To the gallery? And when you know your audience, you know the things that they want to hear. You know what you should be telling them. And he's in right. As Ricky G told us, Raila is a senior citizen who must be taken care of, as is prescribed in law. But other than that, he's also a statesman. And these people voted for him. So he has to take care of him, ensure that he's protected. We already seen the former president has a job. We have seen Raila Odinga is also taking up his job as the leader of opposition. And so as the leader of opposition, he must be protected. He must be taken care of. And so personally, I think we want to read a lot, and we want to read a lot of malice in politics in a beautiful story. In a story where we are actually supposed to embrace and say, this is a good move. This is good for country.
But at the end of it all, it's a political move. Let's hear from husband.